going on, everyone? I am so excited to make this video because I make like 30, 40 videos a week sometimes, and this is like the first video I've made in a long time that's just 100% for me. 100% whatever I want to talk about. So it's going to obviously do really well in the YouTube algorithm. But anyways, I wanted to just kind of give an update on my life, on what I'm doing. I want this to be a vlog. This is like a 2006 like MySpace vlog. That's what I want this to be. Because honestly, life has been really great lately. And you know, if you don't want to hear someone talk about, you know, just how great their life is for 5 minutes, then hey, this is the wrong video for you. But I wanted to talk about a couple different things. Maybe it would be relevant to other people. At least just kind of like how I got to where I'm at right now. You know, it's so hard giving advice and talking about that of like, this is how I did this. It's like there's so many steps, and also who the heck cares? Like, who's asking? Like no one, right? But like, I think like when things are going so well and it feels like you figured something out, it's like you want to share it with other people because you're so excited. It's so good. Like life is so good, and you like know how painful and like just like how stressful and like how bad life can be because it's like where you've been, and it's like you just wish you could help people get out of that, you know, in some kind of way and capacity, because I wish I had people that helped me when I was, you know, just in hard times with my life. Got all like serious all of a sudden. But I mean, like, let's talk about the good stuff, right? So I've been working at a job now for about a year and a half, a little bit more than that maybe now, and about a year and a half, where I make great money. And like, money's not the like the thing that makes you that, like, you know, only to a certain point that makes you happy. But I've gotten to that point where it's like a lot of the problems I've had where it's like, you know, bills and stress has just gone out the window. I can pay for everything. I can put money aside. I'm not rich, but like I'm way better than I've ever been. Way better than I ever thought I could be, being that I barely graduated high school, never wanted to go to college, never thought I'd really do a lot. I just played music and worked at like pizza places and retail shops, right? So I guess I'll talk about that a little bit in a minute of maybe how I got there. But the other thing that's really big, that's even bigger, the biggest thing that I think is the most important thing in my life is that I got married. I got married to my wife. It's so cool to say. It's weird, but cool. Like, but I just, you know, marriage and finding the person, you know, that you love, like for me, that has been one of the most important things in my whole life. Like that has been, it was hard to admit that to myself. There was a time where it was like, I didn't want to admit that that's like was important and what I wanted, because then I'd have to admit to myself that it's something that I didn't have, that I desperately wanted. And I mean, I could talk about how that happened too, but basically those things are great. I moved back to Chico. I'm living in Chico now. I just doxed myself. That's the city I'm living in. That's where I grew up. I moved back here and get to spend more time with friends, and I just go on walks all the time in the park, and I just play Magic, and I have a D&D group now where I'm learning how to be a DM for a little D&D group with my wife and a couple of friends. And that's like been so fun too. And dang, it's just life is good. Life is good, you know. So I wanted to share that. I wanted to update that. You know, I don't know really who watches these videos, but I guess going back to the first thing of like my job and like what I've been doing, like why that's relevant, and I think I want to share that is because if you look at this YouTube channel, you look at like all my social media really in general, it's like you can see that it's like it's not like it's that good. Don't have a lot of followers, don't have a lot of subscribers. I'm making a lot of videos and trying to do stuff, and it seems maybe to some people that like I'm failing, but I was doing all of that for so many years because I was just learning. I was just trying to figure this stuff out, and even though I'm not doing it like this channel, I'm not making money on, but I've built up skills over time where I was able to get jobs, and that was one of the biggest things for me was getting a full-time job where I was just making videos and taking photos and doing that stuff 24/7, because I was spinning my wheels so much, whereas like I was working a job and then on the weekends, or at nights trying to make videos. And I told my girlfriend, wife now, that I need to get a job where I'm doing this 24/7, not, well, 40 hours a week at least, because that's really the only way that I'm going to be able to put that time in to actually really get good and get better. And I had to admit to myself that I wasn't really that good and I wasn't better yet. So I did that, and I got jobs at like a gutter guard company. I worked at a solar company. I worked at some startups, and that's what I'm doing now. I'm at a marketing company where I make videos for a bunch of like huge national brands, like some of the biggest companies in the world. Like I make videos for them for advertisements. It's crazy. Crazy where that's taken me. In the last like year, I've been to New York, or last 6 months, I've been to New York twice. I've been to Japan, and then personally, I went to Chicago and Seattle, and I've just been like traveling nonstop. And then I had my honeymoon where I went to Toronto, Edinburgh, and Paris, and it's like life has been such a whirlwind. It's been crazy. I got married in Joshua Tree. Life, it's just been crazy, and that's all been possible because I had this job, where it's taken me places, it's given me the money so that I can afford all this stuff. And I never thought I would be able to accomplish something like this. And I think one thing too that's helping me now at my job is the degree that I went back and got when I was 28. I went back, or 29. I went back and I finished my marketing degree when I was 30. And right now at my job, I learned how to make videos myself, but I also learned a lot about marketing when I was at school. So like there's just some basic stuff that I have pretty good knowledge with, that I've been able to pair with making videos, with just marketing 101 stuff, that I learned in college, that I have kind of a leg up on some other people. I also have a leg up on other people because I did work those really bad retail jobs and pizza delivery jobs, and just like these horrible jobs where I'd have to be face to face with customers all the time, or I would be a manager and I'd have to like learn how to like make a fitting room really efficient at like Forever 21, and or like the shrinkage report, and like seeing the ebbs and flow of like when you pay attention to something and like you make something optimized and you like work at it, and then when you don't pay attention, how the problem gets worse, and like how your focus and the systems that you put in place can like affect that. That doesn't change no matter what job you're at. So I guess if you're at a job where you're doing something crappy, that you don't like doing, which I did for like over a decade, try to be a manager. Try to be in charge. Try to figure out how to like do something. Even if it seems like it doesn't matter. It's like there's a quote of like, how you do one thing is how you do everything. Is that Bruce Lee or something? But like I totally see that, and that's not saying that I did everything great back then. I was lazy and sloppy, and people that knew me back then probably think that I sucked. but I, it is what it is. Did that, worked really hard on the weekends, learned video, got jobs full-time doing video, and then eventually just kept doing my own thing, kept getting better, and put myself out there until I finally found something that pays me well. I don't know how long it'll last. With AI video, it might be gone in 2 months, and I'll make another video about how I'm at rock bottom. But right now it's been good, and I'm confident no matter what happens that I'm gonna be okay. I'm gonna figure it out. My wife, what should I say about that? It's hard because it's just so personal, and it's just so personal and important, and it's just like what do I say to like, what do I say that would be relevant to other people that with my relationship? It's so How did it happen? How did I get someone to be with someone? So, I guess one thing I'll say is that I found the right person. I didn't try to force it. I just found somebody that respected me, and I respected them, and we just kept building on that respect and trust, and I just let it grow. And it was amazing. I don't really have marriage advice because I haven't really been married that long. But it's been great. It's been great. I love her so much, and she's so many great things. Just we're best friends. Like we just hang out all the time. We just do stuff all the time, and I love it, and sometimes I get sick of it, and I tell her I need to be alone and I need to play Magic with my friends, and she understands that, and it's all good. It's like I have my things, we do a bunch of things together. Yeah, I don't know. There's not much I don't know what else to really share about that. To be honest, I don't feel like I have some all-knowing wisdom there, other than just like find someone that you don't have to force it with. Somebody that is your friend. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, all right. What else? What else did I say? Oh yeah, living in Chico and just like, yeah, it's been interesting here. Being in like this, kind of revisiting, where you grew up. A decade later. Some people, have kind of moved on and are not here. Some people have not here at all anymore. Some people like are here and I can reconnect with, and I've had great relationships with, and that's been good. And I've been able to see family a little bit more. And yeah, Chico. I'll say one thing about Chico. Like, I'm glad I left because it doesn't have the opportunity that even a city like Sacramento has. There just straight up isn't enough opportunity so that you can like really grow and like develop, a skill or some kind of passion. If you're lucky, you can do it, and if you have the internet, anything's possible. But it's hard to do that because, like I said, you need to work 40 hours a week. I believe, in order for you to really just get the foundation of something, to be able to be like competent at it enough to be able to be paid for it. And it's hard to find that in Chico, for some just different things, just because it's just a little bit small. That being said, there's great people here, there's great things here, it's a great place to be. It's kind of like a hidden secret that like I don't want people to know about because it's just so nice here, other than it's summer and it's like 110 degrees, but it is what it is. But yeah, I could talk about it, all this stuff in more depth and whatnot, but I just kind of wanted to make a little update video off the cuff, that I'm not scripting, that I'm not, thinking about too hard, that I'm just kind of sharing my thoughts and whatnot. And I think I succeeded at that. I have my D&D campaign I have to start prepping now, so I got to get to that. So I guess this video is over, but life is good. Life is good. My knee hurts though. I've been running a lot, and now my knee hurts. If anyone has advice about how to fix your knee when it hurts, let me know. All right, I'll talk to you guys later.